wow. I mean, I think it's obvious we're going to play the Vault Witch. So we'll keep her close by. Let's get our maps. That. Not worried about anybody else. This can go away. I'll play a match after Eagles game's over. How much is left? If it's close, I can wait. Actually, this one shot probably won't take long. Probably take me longer to reread the rules of GTA than actually play it. I need to rearrange my desk now that we have this out. I used to have like a nice little corner desk that would house all my GTA stuff right on my sides. So if I needed anything, it was right there. That's gone because I haven't played it in a while. I need some enemy dice here. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna get our fancy loot die that we haven't used in a while. Where's that at? I have 2 fancy ones. I got a nice, I like to think this is my Marvel one. This is an official flame die of Dice Throne that was at a PAX event that someone picked up for me and sent it to me. And then this is another kind of official Dice Throne dice. I don't think they sell them anymore. But yeah, this one's pretty cool. I call it my Marvel one just because the font is very similar to what's in Missions. But it's metal. This thing's got some weight, dude. I mean, you can chuck it at drywall and it's going through. This one's the standard dice weight. It's got kind of like a stone look to it. Kind of neat. I didn't realize how like HD this is. You guys are gonna see like the cracks in my fingers, bro. And then here's this one up close. It's really cool. Got the flame die for 20. But that one's got some weight. That's the one we're gonna use. Oh, while we're in here, I know we were talking about Black Widow's die the other day about being messed up. This is the one I received originally. So the 2 was punctured right there. Like that's an actual hole. It's not very deep, but it's there. But this is the 3. It looks like it was shot with a bullet. It's pretty sweet. It's actually the edge of the baton. And then the paint just like poured out. But they replaced it for me. Alright. One shot time? Yeah. We haven't done it yet, and we haven't seen even Vault Witch stuff. So, look at that. Alright, if you guys have DTA acrylics, this is what your acrylic tray might look like if you haven't pulled it out yet. Disaster. They don't fit. So they've moved around. Thanks, Phantom. 11, you're 11 month too, man. There's 2 of you now. You guys are coming up on a year. It's crazy to think that it's already been a year. So this is what your DTA turns into if you store it sideways with acrylics. I don't even know where they go anymore. So we'll probably come up with a solution for this. Not sure yet, but I might just go to like Hobby Lobby or something and just pick up like a bead organizer. That's what I did for Marvel United, and it seems to work okay. I don't even know where this stuff goes. Where's the rest of my entangles? It was gone. I just have one. They all ended up in the CP tray. Gross. Yeah, they don't store well. So if you get the acrylics, just be prepared. Okay, I'm going to set my keyboard over here. And then we got to pick a map. So these are double-sided. This is the other loot table. I don't need that. That's for GTA. I don't need player 2 in here, so we'll get rid of that. Not playing anybody. I did ping, but then I deleted it because I kind of wanted to do this. Alright, so we got the Depths, Catacombs, Valley of Bones. We got Dragon's Den, Twisted Forest, Void cannon. Why don't we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Let's roll a d6, see what we get. 6. It's gonna be the Dragon's Den. Now we gotta pick a hero. What do we want to be? We gotta be Outcast though. I'll let you guys choose. I have not played Headless Horseman yet. Otherwise, I played every other hero. I think it's only appropriate that we get the Vault Witch Horseman. All right, it's going to be a longer playthrough then. I have not played him yet. Let me switch out my mat. It's only appropriate that we get the Vault Witch. My mats are still laying on the floor, trying to get the wrinkles out. They're still in there. Probably better off rolling them up. It's tighter. Okay, the cool thing about this is I don't need a whole lot of desk space. What do we want to do with map? Like up here, we don't really necessarily need to see it all that often. Starts up here. Vault Witch will stay close. We get to pick your boss. There's no other real like mechanic to choosing who your boss is. You just pick one and go. Let's just draw a minion, a first minion here. This is actually one of the new ones. It's not the one I'm fighting. It's just replacement. I need a health dial. I'll probably use one for combat points. Typically they don't need them. And then I think that's it for that. That's what's cool about these, is that's like everything. See it here on now. So if you guys haven't seen it, this is dice from one-shots, right? That's the correct term for it, one-shots. It's like a micro version of GTA. Dice from Adventures. But just broken down into just a smaller map and easier rules. Quicker loot gain. CP. Yeah, I don't know what else. There's just the benefit of not having to spend hours playing a campaign when you could just sit back and do like an hour's run of GTA content in a different format. Kind of neat. All right, we got that. Let's I'm going to keep the leaflet off to the side. We know how things work, but we'll keep it close. So I want to put my tokens down here. We're going to be bouncing the head a lot here, I think. I'm hoping. Alright. Horseman, you can go up here. I need a bigger desk, bro. I'm claustrophobic. Trying to fit it all in one. I'm really going to have to shuffle these cards. I think that's it. So when we get into here, the hero setup's up here. Up in the corner of the map. We're playing one player, so one hero health starts at 60. Naturally. So no perk sheets here. Just start at 60. Let me shuffle here. And then we also get to draw 2 legendary loots. And the way loot works in one-shots is you don't just grab one. You draw 3, and you pick from those 3. So in a one-player game, there's 2 symbols here for 2 legendaries. So we're going to draw 3, pick 1, draw 3, pick 1. Do it twice. And that goes into our hand right away. Speaking of which, I need sleeves. We're going to need sleeves for this. Ooh, one-shots. Me and my 10-year-old nephew played a portal crawl and Fallen Barb over the weekend. It was fun to play GTA again. Still takes so long. Looking forward to the one-shots and Outcasts. Yeah, we were just talking about that. Like, when Claude Art and I used to play back in the day. A full campaign for us, man, it mainly took 3 months. Now, taking in consideration we're parents and full-time jobs, and free time is minimal. But I think like 3-4 hours is kind of the standard GTA run. So to trim that down to an hour, it's pretty good. I'm just really shuffling these up. They're still in like factory order. I like that the loot is gained right away. And I learned that so orphans, you know, Dice Run Adventures. There's dice mod upgrades, right? There's Twice as Wild, there's Twice as Wild 3, 4, I think it goes up to 4. If you play Twice as Wild in DTA and you want to upgrade it, it overshoots or it overlays Twice as Wild 1. So if you have Twice as Wild and you draw into Twice as Wild 4, you upgrade that card. So your Twice as Wild is gone, but now it's 4. Twice as Wild 4. In one-shots, you get it both. So if I have Twice as Wild in my hand and Twice as Wild 4 pops up as one of the loots that I gain from here, I get both and it goes immediately to my hand. So I have 2 Twice as Wild. So I was talking to Good Gamora, was telling me like, yeah, you could potentially have every Twice as Wild in your hand. You could have 4 Twice as Wild in your hand. It's crazy. Okay, let's look at the one-shot rules just to make sure we're not missing anything here. One-shot loot table. It's right in front of me. You can't see it, but it is there. Choose one of the 6 maps. We've done that. You will not use the gold dial after you determine in start player, which is going to be me. The start. Put your hero standee in the start room of the map. Have each hero set their starting height based on the thing, so 60. Gain loot chests based upon the hero's selection. To increase the difficulty, try starting without any loot. Now we're starting. And then for an easier time, try increasing your health or giving your extra loot. Okay. In a 3-hero game, each would set their health down to 20, and your team would gain 1 loot chest. All heroes would roll their loot die. Oh, I was thinking wrong. We roll our loot die on the 4. So you gain loot, it's just not legendary. I was wrong. I misspoke. I'm not going to edit that out. Deal with it. Otherwise, same as Portal Crawls, the rules are the same. You spend salves. Ooh, orphans. That scares me every time, dude. 5 months, man. You're halfway there. 4 more months, we got a Twitch baby. Spend salves. You may choose to spend salves to heal 6 on your own health dial. Salves can be used to revive teammates. We want to use that. Remember, you heal the your health. If you pass over a loot symbol, all heroes roll their loot die. If you pass over a salve, 1 hero gains a salve. You cannot backtrack and fight minions. When the paths converge, you must follow the arrows. You cannot move. That's fine. That makes sense. After moving into a new minion, so you draw and reveal the minion corresponding level and land it on. Then engage the minion, perform the blah, blah, blah. Pretty much the same. First strikes go first. Blah, 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 blah. If you defeat the minion, any gold rewards received from the minion are ignored. Loot cards are added directly into your hand. And then boss setup. We'll get there when we get there. Same as boss setup turn boss. You may choose to spend salves. You gotta spend the salve before your turn, if I remember right. You may choose to spend salves to heal 6 on your own health tile. New. Both effects can be used while either fighting minions or when battling bosses. Salves can be used to revive fallen teammates to 1 health, but may not be used to revive yourself. Both effects can be used while either fighting minions or when battling bosses. What's it mean, both effects? In a battle, if any of those are 0, your party loses. And then we score. You do not skip your income phase. You cannot use mythics. Status effects stay on your board. Yep. Gold has no effect. If you draw a loot card that would cause you to gain gold, choose one of the other loot cards. And that's it. I gotta go back to this one. So it's talking about salves. So on your turn during a boss battle, same as boss battle, turn order and boss steps. Spend salves. Optional. You may choose to spend salves to heal 6 on your own health dial. May spend multiple. Salves can also be used to revive fallen teammates to 1 health, but may not be used to revive yourself. New. Both effects can be used while either fighting minions or when battling bosses. So just, you can do one or the other, just not both. But both are available, just can't do both. You can't revive and heal 6 off 1's health. No, that's cheating. Okay, I think we got it. We'll have to revisit the boss because I kind of forget how to set that up. I know it's setting up cards and stuff, but I think we have enough room. This is all we need. We'll kind of do the same setup. Health over here, CP here. Easy. Okay, let's draw for 4. I shuffled real good, I think. We'll do one more little cut here. We'll draw our 4. 2. Takes up left slice. Yeah, this is 1 desk. I used to have two desks to play this. Or in this case, Cloud Art would have the map on his screen. And then I'd have the minion. Okay. Where do we go? Green? That's the only way we can. Oh no, we gotta do our loot. 60 health. Let's roll our loot die twice for legendary loot. 14. I'm gonna grab my sleeves real quick. I don't remember what baggie I put them in. There they are. Let's put them up here. There's 2 sleeves here that are miraculously out of the bag for some reason. Necromancer. How dare you? Turn this down a little bit. For me, it's loud. The music's a little loud for me. I don't know about you guys. If it's loud, let me know. Yeah, I give up. It is turned up a little louder than I normally have it. Okay, let's get in there. We rolled a 14. A 14 on gold loot for 1 shot is an epic. So then we draw 3 epics. And we pick out of those. I'm going to shuffle them up real quick. These are fresh out of sleeve. I do have the ghost armor in there, but I'm going to shuffle it anyways. Real quick. Give it a good toss here. I was originally going to play with just the new loot, but I kind of want to... I really want to experiment. There's some loot in DTA that I've never seen. Not never seen, but never... took the time to get into play. So I'm okay with shuffling these up because I'll probably see some of that. All right, so with loot, why don't we, I don't know, you just do it right up here. So in loot, let me just read the rules again just to make sure we draw 3, we pick 1. I think. When you defeat a minion, all heroes will roll their loot die and receive a reward from the 1-shot loot table based on their roll. Then over here it says, in a 3-player game, each hero would set their health dial to 20, then your team would gain 1 loot chest. All heroes roll their loot die, just like in normal Dice Round Adventures. But I could have sworn, maybe they changed it since we've last seen it. Oh, here we go. Gain loot cards. If you rolled a loot card reward before in the following, deal the top 3 cards of respective loot dice. If you're playing solo, immediately replace any solo cards. Choose one of these cards and add it directly to your hand. Ignore any swap icons. That's the cool thing. Ignore any swap icons, so you can have multiple cards with the same name. So you can have 4 twice as wilds. Place the other 2 cards at the bottom of the loot desk. Loot table reminders, you can choose to discard a loot card from your hand at any time to draw it. So that's the same rule. When earning a loot chest for defeating a minion, the loot die should be rolled at the end of the active player's turn after discard phase. So you finish your turn. Yeah, that's normal. Yeah. Salve stack limit is 15. Holy smokes, I don't think I've ever seen that many. So we rolled a 14. So we were shuffling the loot. It's right in front of me. I'm gonna do a little more shuffle here. There's a lot of fun equipment cards in GTA. Yeah, there's a lot I want to see. Like I haven't seen a lot of the fist weapons yet that do like fire damage on hit, or the Santa ones where it does like, I don't remember, like collateral damage or something when you attack. I don't remember what it was. Those one shots we just started. You just got here in time. All right, so we're gonna draw the top 3. 1, 2, 3. So we got Spirit Walk. That's a new one. Can only be played immediately after discarding a card as a result of another effect. Remove all negative status effect chosen from tokens from a chosen hero. Salvation 2, a chosen hero gains a salve for 2 CP, and then getting paid 3. I'm gonna take getting paid because that's gonna be a good start. Okay, these go to the bottom. Then we're gonna roll our loot die again for 1 more legendary loot because we're playing 1 player. We get 2. On a 10, we get a rare. You know what I thought would be really cool? This is a thought I had way back in the day. I'm going to shuffle these while I speak. When we used to play DTA pretty regularly around here on stream, I thought it'd be really cool to have an opportunity for chat to get involved with the loot die and be able to spend like free channel points to mod my loot die. So like you could spend 1,000 channel points and like tip it, or spend 5,000 and be a soul wild to the loot die from a chat point of view. But that'd be kind of neat. Do you start with any salves? I don't think so. I should probably look into that. Same game area setup is the same as campaign setup, GTA rules, page 5. I probably do now that you think about it. Page 5. For session 1, distribute starting salves indicated on the scenario card. For all other sessions, yeah, see, I don't... On this particular map, it doesn't say I start with them. It's a good question. Where's Dino when I need him? Nowhere on my map does it say I gain him either. You just gain him as you go, so I don't think you start with him. But you can pass through, like there's one here and there's one over here that we can pass through and gain. That seems correct. I think not starting with them. We got getting paid 2, so for free. Instant action, I gain 3 CP. We're gonna just spend it right away. So that does not cover getting paid regular card. So now I still have getting paid in my hand or in my deck and getting paid 3. That's 5 free CP. All right, we rolled a 10. Here's our rare deck. Just make sure I'm correct. Yep. 1, 2, 3. All right. None of these are unchained. Coin purse. So for 2 CP main phase during my upkeep, I can equip this to gain 1 CP. So it'd gain 2 CP essentially at the start of my turn. Broken Sword 2. Add 3 damage to all attacks while you have 6 or less health. You may remove this card from play to add 3 damage to a chosen hero's attack. Or Strength Serum 2 for 2 CP. Draw 1. The chosen hero gains a damage boost of 4. I thought one-shots would have more instructions. Yeah, there's not much to it. A lot of it just says reference the main book. What do we want here? I don't really need a whole lot of CP. Broken Sword, having 6 or less health is kind of crazy, especially when I start with 60. So I think Strength Serum is probably going to be the one we go with. I'm too risky for having 6 health. And I can't revive myself. Alright, let's get these sleeved. And then get in there. So we got that loot die done. Now I'm going to shuffle my deck, because I think that would happen after I do hero setup. Actually, I probably did it backwards. Now that I think about it, I probably should have. Did hero setup then shuffle and deal, or shuffle and deal that had it? I believe you just added them. Oh, that's right. Why am I shuffling them? Gary, you're right. We were just talking about that this entire time. Getting paid in serum. They're right next to each other. You're right. We were just talking about Twice as Wild and all that being added to your hand right away. So we start with Strength Serum. And we start with getting paid 3. Or whatever it was. I don't remember what number it was. Getting paid 3, yeah. Okay. That's done. I think we're good. I think we just get in there. Like, we have everything done. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it. I think we're good. So let's move on to our green. Starting with level 1. Let's get these shuffled up. Unless we want to see the Unchained minions. But, yeah, we'll shuffle it. It's been a while. We'll see one tonight, for sure. With my luck. Alright, let's just draw from the top. Corrupted Ghoul is an Unchained one. And he gets first strike, of course, so he gets to go first. Starts with 7 health. I'll give him 2 CPs, most likely not going to need it anyways. And, yeah, he just goes first. Really can't do anything other than getting paid 3. Alright, let's roll. He doesn't gain CP. He just rolls. So he's looking for 1 through 3s and then a 4, 5, 6. He's looking for a little bit of everything here. See what he gets. He needs this. So he gets another roll. He's looking for another. I forget what they're called. What's their dice comp called? Vortex, Chaos, and I don't remember what the last one is. Oh wow, last roll, buddy. There you go. Did I mod him out of it? I don't think so. Yeah, no, I got nothing. Alright, he needed this. He's got it. He's going to steal 3 health. Going down to 57. Nothing I can do about it. Goes up to 10. Okay. Since I wasn't the first player to begin the game, I technically do get a dreadful. Joke's on him. That's it. There's no defense roll, no nothing there. He just stole some health. We do not skip our income. He steals 2, not 3. Thanks. Take that, ghoul. Loser. We don't skip our income. CP card. Twice as Wild. As far as I know, there's no one that steals CP, so let's just spend getting paid now. For free, we get 3 CP, so we start with 6. 4 funny. Do we want to move our head during upkeep? I don't know why I would want to keep it, because I do have a cranial assist that does damage. So let's pop this on the ghoul. He looks funny. If moved to an opponent, gain Dreadful. And then, yeah, I think we just go from there. Do we do Strength Serum now? Sure. Main phase 2. Spend 2. We get to draw a card. Get that out of here. And a Chosen Hero gains a damage boost of 4. You're going to have to mind me here. These are... If you guys missed it, we're trying to show off my DTA tray. Gary, look at this. It's a disaster. I stored my DTA sideways. And this is what happened with the acrylics. So we were talking about coming up with a solution. Okay, let's just roll. Jeez, yeah, it sucks. It's fine. I'll find most of it. That's 7 damage. I could kill him here if he doesn't get a good, decent. He's got an on effect for that. This does 3. Cleave, a full cleave does 7. A full cleave does 7, plus this would be 10. If he steals a health, he still dies. It's just unfortunate to spend that now. Is that what we want? I'm curious how do turns with more than one player play at the same time? What do you mean? Like missions? No. That's not right. You take turns. I'm curious how do turns with more than one player. So like I would go, Corrupted Ghoul would go. Then Gary would go. Then Corrupted Ghoul would go. Then, right? It's not at the same time. I think that's just a mission thing. Unless I'm 100% wrong. Do I keep that? I don't want to keep that. I want to start gaining some stuff. So I'm going to keep the 2-3 just to see if we can land like a straight. 2, 3, 5. Now I'm getting worried. Last roll. 6. We made a bad choice. We could 6 it for Spectral Assault. Which is probably what we'll do, because right now we don't have anything. So I'm going to have to below 6 it here. So for 1 CP, we're going to 6 it, giving us Spectral Assault. It's not a bad time. This is not optimal. Gain Dreadful. Then deal 8, roll 1 per Dreadful. I got 3, so I'm going to roll 3 dice. On this, it adds a damage, so we're doing 9. On this, it does nothing. On this, I gain another Grim Pursuit. Sorry, not another. So we're doing 9 defendable. He gets a defense first before I choose to add any kind of damage or anything. So does player move separately like regular DTA? No. So the way this works is, if I read it right, is you would only technically really need 1 mini out on the board. Let me finish my turn and then we'll talk about that. So 8, 9 defendable. Let's defend with 3. He needs a 6. He got it. So he steals a health. He goes to 10. I go to 57. He's going to take 9. He goes down to 1. I'm just going to spend the Grim Pursuit to add damage now. So I spend it and I roll 5, right? After attacking, roll 5, add 1 damage per horseshoe. I just need 1. Okay, I got 2. So he's dead. DED dead. Then, sorry, I was getting a little throat was hurting there a little bit. Let me, hold on, my wife's going to bed, so I gotta turn the camera on here real quick for my kids. Just so I can assist if they decide to wake up. Okay. Where was I? Oh, we did damage. We killed the minion. He's dead. What happens to the pumpkin? At the conclusion of your turn, if the opponent has the haunted head, gain dreadful. What if I kill him though? Haunted head and being defeated. If the opponent who has the haunted head is defeated, immediately remove the head. If the Headless Horseman is defeated, the haunted head is removed from the game. Oh, I don't gain anything. It just comes back to me. Boring. But I do get a level 1 loot. So let's just put you right over there. Let's roll my loot die and then we'll talk about movement here. We get a level 1 loot on a 3. I get a 2 damage mod. All right, movement. Where did I see that? Camera shut off. Hold on. Stupid phone. After determining the star player, place only that hero standing on the start room. This hero represents all heroes in the party, and you will all move together as one. So you move together as one. Next stream, I gotta shut this contrast thing off. I didn't realize how deep it goes. So you move together, so you're engaged together. Gary, that more in lines with you saying you play at the same time, but you still take turns when attacking. Yeah, you take turns attacking, but you're engaged together. Okay, on to minion level 2. Slide that over, grab my minion level 2 stack. I think we're gonna figure out if you go if the minion lives. What do you mean by that? That sentence confuses me, Gary. If there's anybody out there in the DT world, I mean, I was wrong, you're right. Okay. Where like my voice of reason, it's Gary's voice. So that's why I'm chuckling, because I could hear Gary trying to explain this to me. All right, these are shut. So you move together, but you take turns. Player one does not always go first. That would be the confusing part. Because you determine a start player. So if I kill the minion, yeah, I think you're on the same page as me right now. So if I kill the minion and the minion dies, if we move to the next minion, then player 2 is now the start player. Player 2 would then attack first. Or would be the initial engager, if that makes sense. So player 2, like for example, if we killed a minion and then player 2 came into that corrupted ghoul, player 2 would get first striked first, then go. So it'd always be kind of beneficial to, essentially the same as DTA, yeah, kind of beneficial to have a player starting token. A brutish Cyclops. That is not Unchained. No first strike, 14 health. Again, CP, not that we're going to worry about it. We're still going to keep track just to make sure there's any loot or cards that Horseman has. That's it there. Upkeep, we're going to move the head. I gain Dreadful. Stack limit on Dreadful is 5. I could Terrorize now if we wanted to, right? No, it's Terrorize or. I'll Terrorize next turn. Yeah, CP card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should have upgraded my defense. CP card. We drew into Cleave 2. Changes our damage up 1. 3 of a kind instead of a 4 of a kind, and Ghostly Charge. Gives us another ability. I think we're okay. Kind of want to see what I can do here. Maybe we'll upgrade our defense at the end here. Okay, let's just roll. Whoever benefits from not going first should go second. Dropping dice. 3, 4, 5, 6. That would give us Despair. 3, 4, 5, 6. That gives us a Dreadful and 7. It's not bad, but I'd take Ride down over that. 1 less damage gives me 2 Grim. 6 is pretty too. You also have Reap, gain 2, 3 undefendable. If you have the Haunted Head, draw a card, which we don't. There's something about me that says keep the small. See what this turns into. Second roll. A 4. Just see what we can get here. A 2. So we got a large. We'll take a large. So Soda Spare. Soda Spare. We're going to get 2 Dreadful, which we can't. We can only gain 1 because then we're at stack. We'll deal 9. 9 defendable damage. So we're going to take these dice out. We're going to let him roll his defense. He rolls a die. And on effect, for 1, he deals 3. So we take the 3. But then he takes 9. 10. 9. And then we can... Oh, easy. 2 CP for Cranial Assist. If your opponent has the Haunted Head, add 3 damage. And then we'll spend our 2 damage mod to kill him off. Dead. Easy. British who? British. Level 2 reward. Easy peasy. Let's roll it. 13. Give me 1 second here. What do we do with the 13? We heal 4. I like that. That's it. We move on. So we got a choice here. What do we want to do? We want to go loot or do we want to go salve? I mean, I can't revive with the salve. I feel pretty good at the health that I'm at. You want to do loot? Get a little greedy? Either path takes us to a level 3. We do have an opportunity to get 1 more salve here, kind of doing a little scenic route down to 4. Otherwise, we can get another loot down here after that level 3. Loot or salve? Ooh, I'm going to go loot. I'm feeling it. Let's roll that loot die. Let's see what we get. On a 13, we're going to heal 3. half the value of a salve. If I was ever on Let's Make a Deal, I would not do well. Okay, that's there. Let's move on to level 3. I gotta shuffle them up. Oh, come on. I mean, we could possibly two-hand this. That would be kind of fun. I would really have to clean up my desk, and then I would really have to kind of... I'm tempted to... I know it sounds crazy. Tempted to just screw a 2x4 into my wall. That's like maybe 8 feet. And just attach a couple camera arms so that they're positioned better. I'm really tempted to do it. Wouldn't take much. Then I can cover, like, you're only seeing, like, what you're seeing here is probably 13 inches of my desk. And this desk is probably 5 feet. So we could really utilize the space here to do like a two hero run on our own if we really wanted to. All right, let's draw our minion. Iron Maiden is an Unchained minion. Seen it here first. 20 health. 1 CP. Not that they need it. Looks like they might not. No first strike, so we'll just get in there. We do have 5 Dreadful. We do have 5 Dreadful, so we're going to go ahead and terrorize them before we can even start. So I just realized that you can terrorize without having a head on your opponent. You may terrorize your opponent during your upkeep when you have at least 4 Dreadful tokens. So that's what we're going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. What does Dreadful do? Remove 4 tokens. Move the haunted head to your board if it's not already there. Deal 3 as an isolated source. 17. Gain a Grim Pursuit. And 1 CP. And we get to go first, so we gain a CP card for income. Horrify. Do we like that? Do we want to get that out there? I think we do. I think we like that upgrade. We like 6s. And we're gonna sit tight and roll. Oh, before I do that, terrorize or move. Yes, I cannot move the head if I terrorize, so it does have to stay on me. 2, 3, 5, 5, 6. I do like that. Ride down wouldn't be bad. We do like the 6. I don't have any dice mods other than Twice as Wild, which I can't afford right now. Do we play it safe? Grim Pursuit stack limit is 3. Let's see what we can get here. That's not what we want. 2, 3, 4, 5. I like that better. All right, let's get a 1, 6. How about a 6? We got another large. It's gonna be a large string. We lock that in. Soul Despair again. 2 Dreadful. And it's going to be 9 defendable. He's going to defend with 3 dice. On Vortexes, he prevents 2. He prevents none. So he's taking 9. Let's take him down to 9. So 10, 9. Is it worth modding here? I don't think so. I think we just let him take a turn. We'll save our stuff to see what it does later. We could spend them, but it's not going to kill him. We'd have to get a perfect roll on this, or at least 4 horseshoes. Not going to happen. So we're going to move in the defense. What do you mean defense? We rolled his defense. He didn't prevent any. We rolled 3. He's supposed to get 2 damage per vortex. He got none. So we're just going to not do any more damage to him with that particular roll. Defense upgrades. Oh, you're talking to me like right now? If we want to do anything else. I think we do. Because he's definitely going to hit us with something. So let's get that out there. That leaves us with no CP. 0. Which is fine. We don't need it right now. Unless he inflicts us with Barbine here, which is probably what he's going to do. We're really good at rolling minion rolls here. At the end of my turn, is there anything else I need to do with Mr. Headless Horseman here? I don't think so. Yeah, I think we're good. So let's let him roll. He's looking for straights. Let's roll. General rule, wow. General rule here is you keep the innards of a straight. So here you'd keep 4 or 5. Roll the rest. Right? Hold on, those are 6s. I always forget how to roll. Like, this is where Cloud Art came into play. I gotta remember how to do straights. Keep exactly 1 of 2, 3, 4, 5. Only keep 1 of 6 if it's already part of a small or large. That's what it was. Okay. Micros don't count. So I don't keep a 6. I don't keep any of this because it's nothing that he can branch off of. Okay, so we got a 6. So he does get a micro. And the 4s do nothing. So on a micro, he's going to deal 6 defendable damage. So let's go ahead and defend. We get 2 dice plus 1 for each dreadful. 1, 2, 3. So we get all 5 dice here. Good call on the upgrade. So we're defending 6 damage. We're going to deal 2 back. He just takes that. And on this, for every 1, we prevent 1. So we're going to take, for every 2, sorry, we prevent 1. So we're going to prevent 1, taking 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down to 56. I don't think I have anything that bounces off of damage. Nope. Okay, that's the turn for him. He doesn't have an upkeep or anything. Or end of phase, end of turn. So now it's our turn. During my upkeep, we'll put the head on him. And we get a dreadful for putting it on him. CP card. Ooh, ride down, baby. All his upgrades are 2. I don't have 2. I think we're safe here to just kind of hold off. Let's roll. 6 damage. That's easy. What do we got here? Right now, it's not a whole lot. We only need to do 6 damage. We could go for Reap to try to see... Oh, we don't have the head. We should have just kept it. So we would have did 3 undefendable. I would have modded it. We would have been fine. Had I seen that. So I wouldn't mind going for Ride Down. So keep that. We just need 1 more axe. 3, 4, 5. Oh my god, we didn't get it. Okay. We can spend a Grim Pursuit to perform an additional roll phase. God, I just drew in the ride down, and we should have played ahead at CP. We're going to spend it. We're going to see if we can get that axe. We need an axe, 6, or a 2. How about a 2? Let's go for another large. So despair. It's all we need. Large, baby. All right, 2 dreadful. I only gain 1. It's going to be 9 defendable. So he defends with 3 dice. He's going to prevent 2. It doesn't matter. Takes it down to 7. He dies. He did. Give me this back. What's his loot? We get 3. Not 3. Level 3 loot. You go here. Let's roll our loot die. I suppose I gotta finish up my turn. I do get a main, or I do get a second main phase. Not that I would really do anything here anyways. Okay. On a 17 for a blue, that's a rare. I did shuffle them, so I'm just gonna grab the top 3. Not 4, just 3. See what we get here. We got Unstoppable, Elven Boots. We love Elven Boots, and Dig Deeper. We're not gonna worry about Dig Deeper. That's a loot die thing, and it's at the conclusion of a boss battle. Not worried about it. We got a 2 CP, make an attack undefendable, or 2 CP instant action Elven Boots for 2 evades. I think we're gonna go with the evade. Just in case that Vault Witch wants to hit us hard, we'll be ready. Okay. And that goes to my hand. Boop. Okay. That's the end of that one. I think we're sitting pretty good. Let's move on. Where are we going next? Level 1 loot, right? Or do we want to salve? I think we're going to go level 1 loot. Let's see what we can get. I already shuffled it. So let's draw 1, 2, 3. I didn't shuffle it. I thought I did. There's ghost upgrades, all 3. Let's shuffle real quick. Or maybe I did, because we did have a level 1 earlier. I don't know, what am I doing? I gotta roll the die. I don't just draw the loot. That's why. On a 2, we get a +1. We almost played it wrong there. Well, good thing we played that 1, because now we gain this. Stack limit on attack boost is 2. Alright. Level 4. Shuffle them up. I'm scared. Shaking in my boots. My elven boots. Yeah, come on. What time is it? 10:49. Okay, let's cut it in half. We're going to take this one. Oh, I don't want to do the fates, man. Of all the level 4s. 40 health. 4 CP. Okay. Some good loot there, but I just don't like fighting. We do get to go first, though. And why don't we go ahead and terrorize here? So spend 4. During our upkeep, terrorize opponent, they take 3. I gotta remember what I get. I get a Grim and a CP. Then income, I get a CP card. Yeah, not this time. Ooh. I have 7 cards now. I think I'm going to sell Cleave. I'm going to get it out of my hand. I've been thinking about it this whole time. Let's get Ride down out there for 2. Sticky sleeves. Okay. And then we'll roll. Let's hit hard with an alt. I'm okay if we can get Reap here. But let's do a second roll here. Okay. Pivot. Pivot, pivot. I think it's going to end up being Reap, I think. Do I gain anything else out of this? Yeah, I'm okay with Reap second roll. I'm going to save my stuff. Not that I have anything to play. Okay. It's going to be gain 2 Dreadful. Deal 3 undefendable damage. If you have the Haunted Head, draw a card. Drew in the Helping Hand. Do I want to mod the heck out of this? Can I drop them below 30? So we're doing 3. This would be 7. This would be 8. Yes, we definitely could. Might be worth doing. Okay, let's roll our Grim. Add damage per horseshoe. Adds 1 more. So we're going to do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we could spend the 4. Bringing them down to 29. Second main. We will pass. They are below 30, so we take a chaos token and we get to cover one of their active faces, whatever you want to call it. What do we not want to deal with? The heal, the silence, I'm not too worried about. The parasite or the backstrike. Let's do the backstrike. So let's cover you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. Their turn. Let's let them roll. So they're rolling Life Strand. Let's roll. They're looking for 2 scratches. Oh, I already got it. I can worry about it. Okay. I could dice mod him with twice. No, I cannot. I do have a Helping Hand, but I'm not going to worry about it. It's kind of an easy roll. So I do activate. Is it Clotho? If Clotho is activated, game backstrike, which are not. It's not Chaos Token. Is Lachesis? I don't know how to say it. Is active. They heal 2. So actually, it goes up to 31. Glenda is active, so we get a silence. And Tropos. I'm gonna have to look these names up. Parasite. And then 4 undefendable. And we just take the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's their turn. Nothing else to worry about there. I gotta remember how Parasite works. Parasite, negative status effect. During my upkeep, if a player afflicted with this token has a positive status effect, which we do, they receive 1 damage. Additionally, if they spend a positive status effect to successfully prevent or avoid the damage, remove it, and they receive 3 isolated. I do have to get this out of here, but we're still going to take the damage here. So during my upkeep, let's move the head. Who wants to wear it? Glenda? We gain a Grim, or we gain a Dread. During my upkeep, I take a damage because I have the Parasite. We don't skip income. There's nothing to worry about for skipping income. We do have Dark Surprise. We gain 2 Dreadful. Let's go ahead and spend 1 and get that out of here. I mean, I guess I could have waited. Let's wait. Let's roll first. Parasite's done its job. We can wait. Okay, we can roll. No straights this time. No straights, all alts. That's Ride Down. That's 6 damage and a 3 Grim Pursuits. That's probably okay. If I had another 6, I'd go Spectral. So I'm going to keep Ride Down too. I like that. Okay. It's going to be gain 3. Then deal 6 damage. It is defendable. So roll 1 for each activate. Fate. There's 3 active. We destroyed this one. The first time this minion drops below 30, 20, and 10, make one of them active. So they drop below 30. So that they were at 29. So they only roll 3 dice here. All vortexes, they prevent all of it. Oh my god. Yeah, they prevent all of it. For the sake of it though, I am going to spend that. I'm going to spend a Grim Pursuit to roll 5 to add damage. So they will take 4. They just prevent the initial hit. Is that how that works? After attacking, roll 5 to add damage. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Down to 27. The fates are annoying. Yeah, that was insane. Second main phase. I'm going to keep the Parasite because it's a stack limit of what? 1? Yeah. And she's still going to be active here. At the end of my turn, if my opponent has the head, at the conclusion of your turn, you gain a Dreadful that way as well. So we gain a Dreadful. We'll be able to terrorize next turn. All right, it's their turn. We do have not this time in the boots yet. And the bye-bye. Gain 2 Dreadful. We're okay. Okay. Let's roll for them. All they need is 1 more strike, scratch, talons. I forget what it's called. Okay, there it is. We're not going to dice mod that. All right, so they're going to heal 2. The silence would have fell off on my turn. It comes back, and we already have Parasite. And then we take 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, down to 47. That's really it. That's all their turn is. That's all it consists of. During my upkeep, I take a damage from Parasite. We're going to terrorize for 4. Dreadfuls. They take 3. 1, 2, 3. The head comes back. We gain a Grim Pursuit and a CP. Then during our upkeep, we gain a CP and we draw a card. And we draw into Spirited Reprisal. Silence is a negative status effect. Sounds terrible. And then they made Loki in Spellbounds. Yeah, right. What's this do? Play only after being attacked if you have the haunted head, deal damage. Okay. We did terrorize, so we can't move the helmet, so technically we would keep it. You know what I should have done? I have 8 cards. I probably should have sold 1 last turn. So for the sake of doing that, I'm going to get rid of a buy. CP. We gotta follow the rules. All right, we're in. We did income. We're into main phase here. We're just gonna roll. It's a lot of horseshoes. I don't know if we want horseshoes. I'm gonna actually toss it all again. See what we can get. Don't do straights around here. I don't like this either, man. This is not looking good. Taking the last roll here. We'll do a full cleave, I guess. Twice in the spectral. That seems silly to do right now. We'll do a full cleave here. We'll make it hurt. So it's going to be 7 defendable. No, 4 of a kind effect. So 7 defendable. They're going to roll 4 die. Or 3 die, sorry. They prevent none, but they are going to deal 3. Down to 43. We're going to deal 7. Let's make this hurt. Let's play a Grim to add damage. So 7, 8, 9. Let's just make it 10. Down to 16. We get to cover ahead. Let's go ahead and cover Parasite. So that would be you. Second main phase. We got a lot of damage prevention next turn. We're going to go ahead and get this out of here on that Parasite. Doesn't do damage to us for removing it with the card, only with the status effect. Silence comes off at the end of our turn. And we are good. All right, they're going to go. 4 die. They get it first roll. Let's go. All right. So Glenda is active. They inflict silence again. And they heal 2. And then they deal 4. Down to 39. Remember when we didn't want selves? And that's it. That's their turn. Super easy rolls for him. They're just destroying me. All right, during my upkeep, I'm going to give him the head. Actually, let's backtrack here. I'm going to backtrack. 1 CP for Spirited Reprisal. If I had the head, which I did, I would have blocked 3. So I'll go up 3. 1, 2, 3. Then we're good. Now I don't have the head. I throw it, I gain a dread. CP card. Attack modifier. Beautiful. Unescapable. Remove a Grim Pursuit to make an attack undefendable. We do have... What's time helping hand? Okay, I think we're good. Let's just roll. No straights. God, do we alt here? Is that too crazy? Kind of want to save it. Let's just try to see if we can get Spectral Assault here. Second roll. There we go. Spectral Assault. Easy peasy. Gain a dread. Deal 8 and roll 1 per dread up to 5. I could play Dark Surprise for 2. It'd give us a full roll. I'm going to do that. So 2 CP for Dark Surprise gives me 2 more dreads. So that we can roll 5 dice. Roll 1 per dread up to 5. It's going to be another 4 damage. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and a Grim. So it's 12 damage. This is gonna be sweet. Let's spend this for 12. We're gonna add damage. 13. Dang it. And then we'll spend 1 for unescapable, spending a Grim to make it 13 undefendable damage. So 10, 11, 12, 13. They drop below 10, so we get to add another chaos token to one of these. Let's put it on you so you can't heal anymore. Our damage has been done. Can't really add any more damage to what I have. This falls off. And then that's our turn. What a roll, dude, on a Grim Pursuit. Why couldn't it be 6s? Alright, they're gonna roll. No upkeep. Their passive's done. There's only one person alive, and they're gonna flick silence. They got their 2 vortexes. Last roll. Of course they would get it. Do I mod them out of it? Not with the twice as wild, no. I do have a helping hand, but that's too risky. Alright, they're gonna life strand again. This time it's only Glenda alive, so they're gonna give me a silence and deal 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down to 38. That's it for them. Easy peasy. It's on to us. Well, you know what? At the end of my turn, because I was supposed to get a dread, which I have 4, so it doesn't matter. So we're going to terrorize. Or we have 5. We're going to spend 4 to terrorize the helmet. Head comes back. They take 3. We gain a Grim and a CP. Then we get a CP for income. CP card. We're going to double up for $1. 1, 2. We're going to Vegas. For 3. Brings us up to 6. Okay. Let's just hit them for 2 damage. I think we can do this. We definitely can, and this is probably a good chance to just keep... Oop, that rotated. We're going to just keep Reap. First roll. So we gain 2 dreads. 3 undefendable, they die. Whoa! If you have the Haunted Head, you draw a card. Into Reap 2. I think it's a sign. And then they're dead. It's undefendable. They can't roll a defense. Chaos tokens are removed, and we gain 2 level 4 loots. Silence comes off at the end of our turn. We don't have a second main phase to worry about here, so let's roll our loot die. Looking for some big money here. 18, 19, 20s. 19? Or is that a 16? Pretty sure it's a 19. That's a 19, baby. Just had to make sure. That's a legendary loot, you guys. Legendary! We're gonna have to make some cool little emotes for legendary and rares and epics. Some animations. I'll do that tonight when I'm in bed. We don't need salves. Salves are for losers. Just kidding. We're gonna regret it going up against the Vault Lich. Shuffle that again. Girl shuffle. Alright, let's cut this in half. 19 gives us a legendary. Our first roll. Unhallowed Resilience, that's Unchained. Salvation 3. And the Santa one. Unhallowed Resilience for 0 CP offensive roll phase. Prevent all incoming damage, all incoming status effect tokens inflicted by the opponent's offensive ability on a chosen hero. Prevent all incoming status effect tokens inflicted by an opponent's offensive ability on a chosen hero. So I can prevent all status effects on myself or anybody I'm playing with. Then gain 1 CP for each token prevented this way. Salvation 3 gives us a salve for 1 CP. And then Electro Gauntlets. Whenever you attack an opponent, roll 1, deal half the value of as an isolated source of undefinable damage. I'm just going to take that. We were talking about it before stream that we wanted equipment that were gloves, so we're just going to take it. Salve was probably the smarter idea there, but it's fine. Then we roll our loot die again for a second loot that we would have gained from the fates. On an 11, we get a rare. You're probably going to regret going into the Vault Witch with only 38 health. 1, 2, 3. Oop, that's 4. 3. All right, we drew into Eldritch Grasp. That's Unchained. For 1 CP main phase, discard a card. Then the chosen hero may search their deck for any 1 card, put it in their hand, and shuffle their deck. Empowered. We know what that does. That gives us damage based on upgrades, which actually would be a pretty decent one right now. And X-ray specs, not too worried about that. So we're going to take Empowered. I think it's a no-brainer here. Empowered gives us damage kind of similar to how Black Widow works. So for increase your attack damage by 3 for each ability you have upgraded to a maximum of 6. And that's an attack mod. We have 3 out there, so it's a guaranteed 6. And then we have the Electro Gauntlets, which we'll get out right away for 3 CP. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The cool thing is we ended our turn already, so we can start the next round with 8 cards plus income. All right, it's boss time. Vault Witch. This is where my stream's going to get a little tight. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm not set up for it. Do. Trial run. We'll fix it later. I technically could just pan this out a little more. You just gotta see a little bit of my desk. That's my health. That's my CP. I can probably scoot you back a little bit. Scoot you up a little bit. Boss setup is how much health do you get? 45. Doesn't seem like a lot, but I'm just gonna kind of put you right here. We'll do it next run. We'll have it cleaned up. They get 8 upgrade CP. So let's get their CP dial. Where did I do that? Is that still under there? No, what did I do with it? There next to me. And then what we do with that is we upgrade their deck. Upgrade their board by the cost of that CP. Let's grab the upgrades. So we shuffle the upgrades separate from the loot, or from the Vault Witch specific cards. Shuffle these really good. Okay. And the way it works is you draw a card, and if they have the CP to upgrade it, they do so. And then the same thing rules apply with the hero that's upgrading an ability that's already upgraded. You would just pay the CP difference if that was the case. All right, here we go. Curse of Keeping 3. That is right here. That is 2 CP. Next one. Arcane Blast 3. That's down here. That's her large upgrade. That's 2 CP. We got the Capture. That's her mini upgrade for 1. Curse of Keeping. She already has that. Ooh, I don't remember how that works. I think you just skip over it. I think. Let me just quadruple check this book again just to make sure. I'm pretty sure it just skips over. You don't sell anything here. Boss setup. Yep, you just discard and draw again. Okay, we'll discard and draw again. Soul Lock, that's down here for 2. And then what do we do if she doesn't have enough on the next one? I think you stop. If the boss can play an upgrade card but doesn't afford the CP, discard it and stop drawing cards. Yep. So she drew in the binding manacles, but she only has 1 CP, so she can't upgrade it. So she's done. Gross. She didn't get a defense upgrade. She got a mini upgrade and a bunch of level 3s. It's usually bad news. Shuffle on her cards. Yeah, maybe tomorrow we'll work on desk space. Just gotta zoom the camera out a little bit. Fix that exposure. All right, there's her deck. Same order of turns. We would go first because there's no first strike here. Let's look at her status card. She doesn't have enough like a setup or anything. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, we'll just get in there. So it'll be our turn first. Again, we don't skip upkeep. So we're gonna go ahead and move the head to her. Oh, get her CP. We didn't set that up yet. How much CP you get? 2. And King's Hands tokens, so can't forget that. 2 CP. We'll put you over here. She starts with 3 King's Hands. Gross. You don't know how those works. If she rolls an alt, or if I roll an alt, she spends 1 and I have to re-roll a die. If she offensively roll fails, she spends 1 and gets another ORP. Okay. We did CP card. No, we did not. We're going to do CP card. I think I got everything now. Dancing Pumpkin, if you have the Haunted Head, which we don't gain true, otherwise getting 2 prim, we're good there. We have 7 CP, so let's go ahead and get Santa's glove on our Headless Horseman here. So whenever we attack, we can roll a die and deal a half as an isolated source. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's put Reap out for 2. And then let's see if we can roll something great here without spending any dice mods. So let's roll. That is the ride down. It's not ideal. I'm gonna keep 3, 4, 5. Oop. Kept the wrong die. I think that's what I had, 3, 4, 5. Might be cheating here, I don't remember. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll have to check it in the edit. I'm pretty sure I cheated there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're gonna keep the small, I think. So, Soul Despair. It's gonna be a gain of dread. Sorry, I didn't gain a dread for putting that on my opponent. And then deal 7, defendable. On her defense, she gains a chaos for guarding irons, and then she does her defense based on how many chaos tokens she has. So if she has on 1 or more, she deals 1. So we take 1. And then we're dealing 7. Let's go ahead and grim that for making it 8. And then 8 goes through. So 10, 9, 8. We do have the Electro Gauntlets. So whenever you attack an opponent, we roll a die. We deal half as an isolated source. So 2. And then we have some cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's spend 1 on Empowered. It'll add 6. It does 3 per attack. Increase your attack damage by 3 for each ability upgrade you have. 1, 2, 3 up to a max of 6. So it'd be another 6. So 5, 6 down to 29. And that's that. Okay, that's the end of our turn. We don't have anything else to really play there. So the pumpkin's on my opponent. At the end of my turn, I gain a dread, which I can't. All right, she goes. CP card. Helping Wind. We get 2 health. Says remove all positive status effects from an active player. Do not play this card unless it would remove at least 1. It's going to remove all mine. Gross. Oh, for 2 CP. She's got to spend 2 CP to play that. But she definitely has. And then a role objective is she's going for an alt. So here we go. Keep the 6. Nothing. And okay. So 2, 3, 5, 6, 6. So we still have to look at our board. She's still going to activate an ability. She's got binding manacles. It looks like that's it. No straights. No other 6s here. She needs another vortex here, so it is going to be binding monocles. Do we dice mod her out of that 6? It could give a soul lock or a basic. The cool thing about binding monocles is it removes chaos token, which lowers her defense a little bit. So I guess I'm okay with this. We'll survive it anyways. I do have Elven Boots, but I can't afford it. I think we just take the hit here. So Inflict Wither. I gotta find it here in my mess of tokens. Where's Wither? Here's Wither. Deal 9, then remove all chaos tokens and add 1 damage per removed. So it'll be 10 damage coming at me. If 4 or more were removed, inflict entangle. So we're taking 10 damage. Let's go ahead and roll defense. We only roll 2, unfortunately, because we don't have any dreadful. We're going to gain a dreadful because of that. And on the 1, we're going to deal 1 back, bringing her to 28. We're going to take 10. Why don't we not this time? No better time than now. For 1 CP. Taking 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that's it for her. Okay, it's on us for upkeep. We're gonna keep the. I think we keep the helmet on her, or the haunted head. And then we will. That's what I'll do. Okay, we want our alt here, I think. Okay, CP card. Rolled into better D. What do we do here? I think we're just going to roll. We'll take one more turn without this twice as wild that's been sitting in my hands since the dawn of time. Do have Wither, so we do one less damage. Let's keep the 6. Just see what we can get with that. Yeah, another 6. This could be risky. But we're doing it. And that was risky. Okay, we got a problem. We're gonna have to try again here. I don't think I have anything. I don't. Let's try again. For 1. I just need an axe. 2, 3, 4. I just need an axe. Oh my god, we got a 6. Okay. Well, we got something. This is not ideal. Okay. We're gonna do spooky. Gain 2 Grim, then deal 7. I'm okay with spending 1 here to increase that damage. So spend 1. Right now we're doing 7 defendable, 8, 9 defendable, 9 defendable. So they're going to do the defense here. So they gain a chaos, and then count your chaos if 1 or more, which is all they got to deal 1 damage. So we take 1. We're doing 7, 8, 9 to her. Bring her to 19. -1 should go to 20. With a Wither. And then we did an attack with the electrical gauntlets, we can roll and deal half back. We deal 1 more because of the gauntlets. Second main, I think we sell a card here, maybe 2. I'm going to sell Dancing Pumpkin and Better D. And then it's their turn. Income, CP card, Innervate. We get a 2 damage mod. So for 1 CP, the active player places a Vault 3 on their CP dial. Each time they would gain 1 or more CP, reduce the amount gained by 1 CP, then reduce this Vault 3 by 1. Okay. So we take a Vault 3, we put it on our CP dial. She spends 1 CP to play that. So now I have to remove, the only way to remove this, I gain Dread. Thanks, Gary, the master of HH. To remove this token, I have to gain 3 CP to even gain CP. So that's insane. Roll objective is 1 scratch, 2 vortex, 1 chaos. So we got that. Keep the 2, 4, 5. Need a 6. Need a 6. There's the 6. Do we dice mod this? What does that give her? That gives her Soul Lock. Transfer 1 random negative status effect, which she doesn't have. Deal 6 and remove all chaos. She has 1. If 1 or more tokens remove, add 3 and knockdown. Ugh. If I dice mod out of it, she gets Curse of Reaping, gain 4, inflict hex, deal 4. If I have her reroll the 2, which is risky, she could potentially still get Curse. That knockdown, probably more helpful to deal with. So is the 6. Oh, the Hex from Curse. I'm going to Helping Hand that. So I'm going to spend a CP to Helping Hand their 6. For a 3. So now we have Curse of Weeping 3. We have a small. But in this case, the priority level on the small is 7. Curse of Reaping is 11. So she's going to activate this. So gain 4. That's probably a bad idea given her chaos tokens. Inflict Hex. And then 4 undefendable. I'll take 4. Down to 30. Second main. She will do nothing. All right. So I don't gain a CP. We got to do upkeep first. We're going to keep the pumpkin there. Do I? I don't have any cards yet. Yeah, we'll just keep it there. The CP I would gain from upkeep just turns this down to a 2. But I still draw a card. Get to tip it. Let's roll. I think we're still doing okay. Till she gets a defense. Do we try to avoid that defense on 4 chaos tokens? She activates all these, so she deal 2 back and prevent 1. So if I could do some undefendable, that would be great. So we do have Reap going here. Okay, I could tip up to the. So we could do Reap 2, gain 2 Dreadful, 4 undefendable. If we have the head, we don't. Or we could do this. Reaper seems better. I don't want to take a third roll. I'd rather just tip now. So we're going to tip now. I'm hexed. You're right. Oh my god. I only have 1 more roll. Okay. 1 more roll. We're going to... What do we do here? You're right, you're right, you're right. I'm hexed. God dang it. I don't have a Bavai either. Ooh. Okay. I have to go Gallop. I think that's the only thing I got here. Reap does nothing here. Okay. Last roll. And I rolled that again. I can't tip that to anything. Alright, Grim Pursuit. We're going to do Curse Gallop. That's going to hurt us. It's deal 1 undefendable. We're going to spend 1 of these. Dealing 1. 2, 3. 4, 5. And then Wither, I'll bring it back down to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gross, scary. Why'd you have to remind me? We did an attack, so we could do Electro Gauntlets for another 2. And then that's our turn there. Yeah, we'll pass. So Hex comes off. It's her upkeep. Nothing upkeep, CP card. Again, damage 1. For 1 CP, what she has, she's going to heal a bunch here. So Black Spring. She's going to roll 4. For every vortex, she's going to heal. She heals just the 1 from the card. Easy peasy. She gains, not you. What do you mean? The health? What are you talking about? Ah, that's player reward, dude. What are you talking about? Is it different against Vault Witch? That's player reward. That's how it always was. Unless Vault Witch is different. Anything on the side of the card is player reward. No, it's player reward. I just want to make sure it's not different from Vault Witch. Yeah, Gary's been playing super hard mode this whole time. That's for a player. She only healed 1 from the card, so that's good. And then she's rolling for straights. There we go. She keeps the 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 because she's got a small. Let me just make sure I'm doing that right. The straights always throw me off. It's towards the back here. When you roll, keep exactly 1 of each. Only keep a 1 of 6 if it's already part of a small or large. It's part of a small. So, second roll. Just looking for a 5. Doesn't get it. So she's got a small, but it doesn't mean that's what she activates. So we got to look at everything here. So the small has a priority of 7. Actually, it looks like that is what she's going to activate because she doesn't have any other role objectives. So she is going to activate her small. She gains a chaos. And then, what's your stack limit on chaos? 6. Deal 9 damage, defendable damage. I have 1 CP. Do I tip her out of anything? Wait, let's take this off before I go nuts. If I tip her down to a 5, or down to her 4 to a 5, she still has nothing. If she would have nothing, she would spend it to King's Hand to roll it. I'm okay with that. You know what? I'm going to save it for me. She can have it. All right, gain the chaos. And then it's 9 defendable. We get to defend 2 plus 2 dreadfuls, so 4 dice. We're going to gain 2 dreads. On the 2s, we're going to gain a grim. On the axes, we're going to deal 2 back. And then we're going to take 9. I have nothing to really evade that with. So 9, 10, 9. That's her turn. So it comes to us. We don't gain CP. Or sorry, let's do upkeep first. We're going to keep it there. We don't gain a CP. This go to 1. And then we get a card. Can you transfer those? Are the loot tokens can I transfer the loot, this whole loot thing that's on my CP dial to her? That'd be fun. I can't afford it, but it would be fun. I bet you can. Because this isn't like a status token, it's just like a kind of like a counter marker. I wonder if we could transfer that. I don't know how that works. Oh, I bet you it's on our leaflet. These tokens are represented by double-sided loot dice. Da, 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 da. These tokens cannot be moved or removed. Moved? or removed from any player except as a result of the reduced. Oh, you can't. Bummer, bro. Okay. Well, I ain't transferring anything. I mean, I could transfer a chaos. I could transfer the wither, but I don't have enough monies to do so. So, I think we just roll here. I'm not going to sell anything to get it twice, so I think we're just going to roll. I think we got this. Oh, I haven't even done everything yet. I didn't draw a card. Yeah, I did. Transference. Upkeep. We're good. Let's roll. We're not hexed, but we do have ride down. That's some damage. I should have terrorized, and I didn't. Extra. What's my stack limit on Grim 3? Let's keep the... Do we keep the 235? Let's keep the 235. We just rolled the same thing. I'm gonna take my chances here. 1, 2, 3. Now I do have the tip to what I already had in the beginning. I could spend a Grim. Spend a Grim to do 1, 2, 3, 5. Let's toss these. I only get one of those effects, right? Each effect can only be activated once per turn, so I can still add more damage, which is fine. A player with this token may spend it to activate one of the following effects. Each effect may only be activated once per turn. So I want the tip to a 2, 3. I need a tip to a 4. That would give me ride down 2. And then we'll use the Grim here. So we're dealing 6 damage. Or we gain 3 first, then deal damage. But I can still spend it to increase the damage. I think that's how it goes. It's not going to increase anything. When I gain 3. Gain 3. It's going to be 6. I'll just do the 7. Wither brings it down to 6. Defendable. Our defense is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus 1 more is 6. So she's going to pretty much do everything on her board. So she's going to hit us for 2. 1, 2. She's going to prevent 2, 3 of that 6. So she's taking 3. 1, 2, 3. Down to 9. Second main. Oh, I did do an attack, so I get electro gauntlets for another 1. Down to 8. And I think we just pass there. We'll let her go. CP card, just got a lot of chaos. I get 2 health. Up to 21. For 0 CP, she gains 2 chaos. She's at stack. Do not play this card if you already have 5 or more. Okay. So we don't play it if we have 5 or more. So you don't play the card, but you still have the roll objective. Let's roll. And she gets it first roll. And she's got a large. This is going to suck. We might have just lost. Let's find out. No, we didn't lose. That's going to hurt. All right, her role objective was for Soul Lock, but we did 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So technically she's going to activate Arcane Blast. That's her highest priority ability that she has on her board right now, other than her mini. We have no CP to really take her out of it, so she's just gonna gain it. So she gains 3 chaos. She can't. She's at stack. She's gonna deal 14 damage on a knockdown. So 14 defendable. We get a 2 dice plus 4 chaos. So we get 1, 2. We get our full defense roll. So we're coming in at 14 damage. We're gonna do 3 back. On this, we prevent 1, so we bring it down to 13. Gross. I take 13. 10, 11, 12, 13, down to 8. And then a knockdown. And that's it. Okay. Upkeep. It's on us. Let's terrorize. Almost for the win. She takes 3. I don't gain a Grim because I'm at stack. I do gain a CP, but this would fall off. Then I gain a CP from upkeep, CP card. Triple up. We're not going to risk it here. So we're going to sell transference. The 2 will pay for knockdown, so I can at least take a turn. And then we're just going to roll 2 damage. That's all we got to do. We do have the 3 of a kind cleave. I think we're just gonna keep that. See if we can get a full cleave. Ooh, I don't have any CP for that. It's tempting though, but let's try to get a full cleave here. Another 6. God dang it. Let's just spend it. We don't need that many. Spend a Grim to roll again. Now we got a 5. Still not what we wanted. Alright, so it's gonna be a cleave for only 5 damage. It's gonna prevent some of that. But I think we'll be okay. So it's gonna be 5 defendable. 4 defendable with Wither. So she's going to do all our defense because she has everything. So 2 back. She's going to prevent 3. So she takes 2, she dies.